there, I am Holly McDonald with the Costa Mesa Pod, where we discuss all things concerning the lifestyle, businesses, and activities that make Costa Mesa such a great place to live. Today I am at Rooted Pilates with Julie and Kenzie. Welcome to the podcast.
Hi.
Hi. Welcome to Costa Mesa.
Thank you.
Yeah. So you're sporting your Rooted merch. I love it.
I am. Thank you.
So tell me a little bit about the journey. What made you want to launch Rooted Pilates?
Okay. I've been teaching Pilates for a long time. Probably about 10 years ago, I started teaching in a physical therapy facility.
Okay.
And I love Pilates. I've had a passion for fitness. I've had a passion for helping other people to achieve their wellness and fitness goals. And so the opportunity presented itself in Costa Mesa. And so I just decided to kind of jump and take a leap of faith, and here I am.
That's so awesome. And so, right now we're in the Mesa Verde community, this area of Costa Mesa. And how did you happen upon this space? I know you said there was an opportunity. So,
I live in Costa Mesa. I love Costa Mesa. And I've always driven by, and I thought if ever the opportunity presented itself, I would, call and possibly look into leasing an office space.
Nice.
And so there was a space available. And then when I came in and looked at it, it was perfect. And so I signed the lease and got some equipment, and that's about 2 months ago, I think.
That's awesome. Well, and I love the design and the decor. Did you basically have a lot of the say and hand in that?
I did. And part of it kind of goes back to Costa Mesa, I think. I think Costa Mesa kind of has that vibrant kind of energy, and I think people in the community love taking care of themselves, their lifestyles. There's a lot of community in Costa Mesa, and I just kind of wanted to open up a space that had that rooted feeling in the community. So
I love that. So that's where the name came from.
Yeah, kind of like rooted Pilates, rooted in the community. So that's kind of where we are right now.
Are you originally from Costa Mesa, or lived your whole life here, or most of your life?
I lived here for almost, over 20 years.
Okay.
But
yeah,
not my whole life.
That's a long time though. So you're clearly rooted here.
I'm clearly rooted here. Yes.
What about you, Kenzie?
So I've been teaching Pilates for about 3 years. I just moved here from Texas.
Welcome.
Less than 2 months ago. So probably when Julie was starting the studio.
I was.
Yeah. What drew me to Rooted Pilates was, obviously Pilates is having its moment in the sun right now. It's all the rage, but not a lot of people actually know what Pilates actually is at its core. And so Rooted Pilates was one of the only Pilates, the only Pilates studio in the area that I realized was Pilates true to its roots. We have small group classes, so you're never in a class with more than 5 people, typically on the reformer.
Oh, nice.
So you're really getting personalized attention and instruction. Always your form is going to be corrected, and I think that's super important, and it makes Rooted super unique. And that's how I learned to teach Pilates too, was in those small group classes, and Pilates true to its roots, the classical way. So I love it here.
That's awesome. Well, I just had the opportunity to enjoy a class and basically experienced all of that, because it was very personalized, very hands-on, correcting form. I had bad form, but I know it's important though to learn it the right way, right? To benefit from it.
Yes. Yeah, you're gonna benefit so much more when you're in a smaller group class. Whereas if you were in a group class with 20 something people, you're not really gonna get those benefits of real Pilates.
And all of our instructors are comprehensively trained. Yeah. And most of us all have had experience teaching in a physical therapy environment. So we're familiar with all types of injuries, and we can make modifications to accommodate those people. And I just really want this place to be a place where people of all ages and all fitness abilities don't feel intimidated to come.
Right.
They feel warm and welcome when they come here, and they get that hands-on individualized instruction.
Yeah.
And I want to just help them in their wellness journey. So that's my goal. That's where I want to be.
Yeah, I think what you said before too about the sense of community, whether it's Costa Mesa in general or Rooted, the community that you're building here, that's so important. Yeah. So tell me a little bit more about your background with Pilates.
My background. So I have a bachelor's degree in exercise physiology.
Oh, nice.
And I've been doing Pilates for a long time. And then I finally had the opportunity to get certified. And so I went through the certification process.
Nice.
And just started teaching and practicing and observing. And I think working in a physical therapy environment really helped me understand like the body mechanics and things of that sort. And so now I'm just kind of enhancing that, continued education, things like that, trying to become better.
Yeah. Do you find that a lot of people, because I know Kenzie touched upon this, that Pilates is having a moment, like it's a trendy thing too. It's a trendy type of workout. But do you find that people are drawn to it because of that trendiness, or are they like lured into it because of physical ailments and then discover that this is a way to correct their bodies or help them?
I think it's a combination of both. I think trendiness, yes, because people love that fitness and they like a different approach of fitness and that exercise. But I think people have a lot of ailments and injuries and are coming to find that Pilates can be really beneficial to them.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of physical therapy places are now incorporating Pilates and trying to promote that for their clients to continue on after they finish physical therapy. So I think it's like a combination of both. Would you say the same thing?
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah.
People might like come in because it's trendy and then they're like, wait, I feel so good. And it's like something that has always been around for so long. It's not like one of those like fitness fads that kind of like comes and goes.
Yeah.
It's something that like it's always going to be around. So it's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things I like just doing the reformer was that literally, I mean, yes, you are working, you are getting a workout, but for part of the class, you're almost able to not take a nap, but like rest in a way. Like your body feels so good and flowy as you're doing something good for your body.
I love that you said that. I've always said that, like taking a Pilates class, like after I leave, it's like I just woke up from a good nap.
My body
That's
feels
how it
good. Yes, and like just for even getting out, I could just hear my bones cracking, which is so embarrassing, but like it really does help you.
It makes everything so good.
Yeah, you feel good afterwards. I mean, you do get a workout too.
Yes, it's hard.
That's the best type of workout in a way. Like you don't have to really, you can zone out, you know, you're not have to think about stuff. And if you are injured, you're able to modify it. So you don't have to just like say, I can't do my workout regimen anymore. Like you can still come here and you guys can modify.
Yeah.
Well, and I think that's one of the great things of being such a small boutique type of studio, because we're not a franchise.
Yeah.
It's not just a fitness class on a reformer. We're really trying to focus on your form and trying to teach people how to do things correctly and help them improve their overall fitness. So
Yeah.
we pay attention to the details.
Well, I love that. I love that it is so individualized. So that was a lot of your intention in opening the studio. So I am curious if you can share a little bit more with me about your vision for the place over, the next year, let's say, because you're just growing.
Okay, we're just growing. So I would say over the next year, I want to grow some of the group classes in the mornings and the afternoons and weekends.
Yeah.
And then I want to continue on. We teach a lot of privates, duets, and trios. And then I was thinking of hosting some events, like whether it's like a sound bath one night of the week, or maybe helping some more people that are pregnant and maybe designing some classes around that.
Awesome.
Or just different types of events, yoga, meditation, maybe next year. We'll see where the journey takes us.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. And I know as you're growing, Kenzie's amazing. You've got a few people that are working for you right now.
Yes.
You're still probably growing, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Awesome. Anything else that you want to share? Kenzie, I'm just going to ask you this off the cuff, but you mentioned you moved here from Texas. So I have to ask, how did you end up in the Costa Mesa area? Did you have family here?
Yes,
Okay.
I have family over here.
Yeah. Have you visited before and liked
I
it?
did. Yeah, I love it over here. And I take care of my grandparents who live in this area too. So that's how I came over here, and I love it. No, don't see myself leaving.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
Do you mind sharing a couple of impressions you have of the area?
Yeah. I love how close you are to the ocean. It's so nice, and you just feel like everyone is always at peace, and because you're by the water, I don't know. That's how I feel personally. Less hustle and bustle.
Yeah.
Like a bit of a slower way of life, which I really enjoy.
What part of Texas were you from?
I'm She's from Houston.
Okay, so that's a pretty busy city.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was nice to come here, and everything feels like just a bit slower.
I love that about Costa Mesa. I think it has a laid back, kind of beachy vibe
It does.
to it, and
Yeah.
it makes me feel good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did you mind sharing where you lived before?
I grew up in Altaloma,
Oh,
which
okay.
everybody seems to think is in Altadena, but it's actually
Sounds similar.
it's closer to the base of Mount Palm. So
Oh,
I
okay.
moved down here in high school, like,
Okay.
towards the end of high school.
Oh, okay. Wow.
It's been a long time. My whole family lives in Costa Mesa,
Yeah.
so we all love it.
I mean, even in the last 20 years, it's changed a lot. It's
Yes.
growing.
Yeah.
It's growing. But it still has that, like, beach flair to it. It's never going to lose it because we're so close to the coast.
I know.
And I think by nature, just being so close to the coast is what keeps it kind of, like, relaxed and laid back and everything.
It's a great vibe.
Yeah.
But, and I love all the events that Costa Mesa puts on
Yeah.
too, to like kind of like embrace that community feel. I mean, 4th of July events,
Yeah.
at the fairgrounds, and concerts in the park, and the Snoopy House, and
You're right. We are so lucky. I know
Yeah.
when I first moved here, I mean, I've been here for 15 plus years now in Costa Mesa, but where I was from originally on the East Coast, we had our like traditional small town events, but nothing like you could literally every week of the month there's something going on here. That's free, that everybody can go attend.
yeah. And I feel like I've gotten to know so many people in the community because
Yeah.
of that.
Yeah.
It's like you walk and you see friendly faces at all these different events, and
Yeah.
oh, it's so nice to see someone you know.
Yeah, people like, I guess they attract their vibe, right?
Definitely.
Awesome. Well, I'm very excited for you guys. The studio is beautiful. I know you're having an open house soon.
Yes, I want to do shout out.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's really soon. Okay.
So Saturday, June 14th, between 10 and 2, we're going to have snacks, assessments, raffle prizes. Just come, say hi, pop in, check out the studio.
That's exciting. Will everybody that works here be here?
Everybody except for one.
Okay, awesome. So you get to meet the crew and everything.
Yeah.
See what because they have some really cool machines in there too. Stuff I've never seen before. I have one last question because you mentioned it before. Like a lot of people in our area in general, like they do care about their health and their wellness, maybe because of the area that we live in or the society that we're in. But there's a lot of competition in Costa Mesa with workout stations.
Right.
You know, there's so many. There's probably a couple hundred plus. Like you know the numbers better than me. What do you think really differentiates Rooted? How do you want it to be differentiated? How do you want people to see you in the community and feel like they should check you out rather than all of the 200 other places on Yelp?
Well, I think it's not just a fitness place.
Okay.
I think here we kind of foster that sense of community. And because it's such small group classes, people start to get to know one another. And then it's just a sense of community, sense of friendliness, warmness, welcomeness.
Yeah.
And, you know, I wanted it to differentiate between like a large franchise type of studio.
Yeah, the personal touch.
The personal touch, I guess.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much for showing me your space and for being on the podcast. And welcome to your new studio. I'm so excited for you. I know it's going to grow. And I'll come by the open house and I'll make sure to tell everybody to come by. So come by and check it out.
Yes, bye, please. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you so much, Holly.